So some of you may know that here in Florida, when we come down, the house that we stay in here was hit by the hurricane a couple years ago, and it was had to be completely redone. The outer frame held, but the inside needed to be redone. We are just getting where we're finishing up inside. So now what I need to do is my entire sewing room was swept away by the hurricane. And so I now finally am able to start building my sewing room again. So the first thing I need is I'm going to be using a spare bedroom, and I am going to need the basics of what we need to get started, and I'm going to show you because I've started ordering and a first box came in. So these are the things that you really need to have when you're first starting to build your sewing room in a small space. So first thing I need, you need a good cutting mat. Now this one is a 18 by 24. This is a nice all-purpose size for anyone who's either getting started quilting or putting together your sewing room in a very small space. This one is a nice size, so you got to have a cutting mat. Now I did bring down my sewing machine. I brought down my featherweight is what I'll use when I'm here. The next thing I am definitely going to need right out of the box is a rotary cutter. This one is my favorite rotary cutter because this is by Creative Grids. It has the nice weighted handle. If you have any problem of mobility issues, these are really nice. You don't have to grip as hard. You won't have so much stress in your arm. And so that's why I do love that rotary cutter. Now we have to have a ruler. Because I am starting with a small space, I am going to use, this is the OmniGrid 4" by 14. I like this size for a small space. I probably will get a larger one as time goes on, but right now I'm going to use this one. Can get me through a lot of cutting. Gotta have a small iron. So this one is by Dritz. I also like the ones that are by Steamfast. They look very similar. They are nice and small. They have an ergonomic handle, so this is a nice small size to be able to put it away, and it won't take up a lot of space. Yet I can use it for all of my piecing, and even I can use it in a pinch. I can use it for larger pieces as well. Now the one thing that I forgot to get, and I'm going to need to order this, is I need to get a pressing mat. That I did not order yet, so that's going to have to be in the next one. And then I had some other things that I knew I was going to need. The big stitch needles. I do a lot of big stitch quilting, and so I definitely need some needles down here because I did bring a couple of quilts down here that I'm going to be working on. And I have to have a good thimble, and this is one of my favorite thimbles. These are by Clover, and it's a leather thimble. I absolutely love those. The next thing is I got an extra blade. Now, I've got an extra blade just because I don't want to have to run out to the store. But I'll tell you, one of the other things that I got that I don't think I'm going to need that extra blade, I got one of the blade sharpeners. So OmniGrid makes a blade sharpener. It's a very simple manual. I absolutely love this. If you read the instructions and you use it exactly the way they tell you to, on the instructions, including adding a little water to the blade, and you sharpen it up. This will mean that I probably will not need more than my first blade on my rotary cutter. I've been using this now for the last couple of years, and I have been using one blade that has been working as long as I keep sharpening it. Every few projects, it's been going like crazy. Oh, because I am going to be doing some English paper piecing, I ordered a glue pen from Bowen, but this is great for my English paper piecing. And then I also picked up some 505 spray. So I am going to be doing some smaller quilts, and I like to base those with 505 spray because it's just really fast. And I have found that when I use the 505 adhesive, it's a temporary adhesive, holds it together long enough so that I can do my quilt, whether I'm doing it on the machine or by Big Stitch. It does not gum up my needles. I don't have any problems with that. So that's me getting started. Those are the basic things I get. Another thing I forgot to order is I need to order a pair of scissors. So that's next on my list in ordering the ironing pad. And I've brought some thread with me. and a couple of projects to start working on. So hopefully now that the house is just about finished, I'm going to be able to really get started down here. Thanks for joining me.